right, everybody. I would have gone live sooner for this. I had a meeting with a sponsor. I had a meeting with the company that was doing my sponsorship with Prize Picks. So, couldn't go live immediately, but I got off that meeting. I've got about 30 minutes before I have to go to my next meeting. So, figured, you know what? Let's go live right now and discuss the breaking news that just happened a couple moments ago. The big storyline all week in the NFL has been the thing between Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel. Dianna Russini placed under investigation by the New York Times for her affair with Mike Vrabel. And now, before the investigation is done, Dianna Russini has officially resigned. How's it going, Wolfpack? How's it going, David? How's it going, Daniel? How's it going, Michael? This is official. This is legit. Dianna Russini officially has resigned. How's it going, Allie? Her statement is great. Yes. Took long enough. Yep. So, I'm going to put up the statement, and I will show you what we were dealing with. Yep. Yeah, this is the Mike Vrabel chick. Yep. Was waiting for the live. Yeah, so I had a meeting with I had a meeting with the sponsor, and I had a meeting with the sponsor. Couldn't do it as it happened. It was like the worst possible time, but now we are good to go. Now we're good to go. How is everyone doing? Better than Russini. Do I see Vrabel getting punished? No. No, Vrabel, it was not, it's a moral issue. It's an ethical issue. It's not a journalistic integrity or a coaching issue. Yeah, she blamed the fans. How's it going, Kate? Appreciate you doing it. She's gone. Yep. I'm sorry for getting caught on energy. So this is the statement that she put out. In a letter sent, so here's what she said. I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career. Yeah, no. So already we're off to a lie. You never thought we'd get relationship drama on the channel? Yep. It's a little bit different with this because we're dealing with a journalist breaking the number one rule of journalism. So we're dealing with that. How's it going? Good afternoon. How's it going, everyone, for tuning in? I can only be live for the next, I'd say, like 25 minutes. I have to be off at 4:40 Eastern time, but then we'll be live for 2 games today, and we'll be able to talk more about it. Yeah, when in doubt, always blame the fans. Yep, that's a good strategy. So, first off, that is not true. Professionalism, dedication. There's no professionalism involved here. There's no professionalism involved whatsoever, seeing as, you know, you did that thing with Mike Vrabel. Also, you went on the air many times while reporting NFL news and spoke crap about your wife. Yeah, literally, you screwed your source. Barcelona, Atletico, but still is an aggregate, all right? Worse than Urban Meyer? Urban Meyer then assaulted a player, so. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Yep, ding dong, the witch is dead. Yeah, Meyer was worse. They're both bad. They're both scum. Southampton beating backwards. You're not. Yeah, Southampton look visibly. Yeah, ding dong, the witch is dead. So already the first sentence, we're off to a good start. When the page 6 item first appeared, the Athletics supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. That is true. Unfortunately, that part is true. Name more iconic duo. Dianna Russini and hating her husband. Yeah, they're playing Simmer now, JP. Yep. That is true. The Athletic put out a statement like very early on saying we support Dianna. There's nothing to this. But then, for that I'm grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation. This is also Trading Brown. No, I think that ship sailed. Self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. That's your own employer. Your own employer. Nothing makes sense about it. Your own employer is engaging in speculation. Your literal own employer. Yeah, the pics told otherwise. It's not really speculation. We don't really need to speculate when you're interlocking hands with someone on a private balcony in a romantic getaway hotel in Sedona, 150 miles away from where you were working. You have a better day than Slow Gonzalez, the congressman, and Dianna Russini. Yep. Trade agent of Buffalo, yes. So, why did it take this long? They were doing the investigation. I think she knew she was on the way out. But this statement's insane. We're not engaging in self-feeding speculation. We saw the photos. We have not just photographic evidence. We have so many things, too, of you going on the air and bashing your husband, saying how much he sucks. Why is it news for live stream? Because Dianna Russini is... it's the number one story in the NFL right now. If it was just a random, affair, that's one thing. But the number one rule of journalism is you can't screw over your source. You cannot have sexual relations and be in a relationship with your source. And she broke the number one rule. This is like a prominent reporter. You ruin your career in seconds. Yep. Yep, there you go, Tank, on that one. There you go, Tank. Right now, he's staying in Philly. Yeah, he's staying in Philly 100%. Right, no, it's not a good look regardless. Yeah, exactly. So coroner must thoroughly examine her. She's not only really dead, she's also seemingly dead. Yep. You Russini decides, yeah, her statement, we're going through it right now. Yeah, there's more photos. Yeah, there's also more photos. Moreover, this media frenzy, Huddersfield win, all right, is hurtling forward without regard for the review process the Athletic is trying to complete. Russini and Scott I have no idea what to expect. I'll take a look at that in a bit. So wait, so the media frenzy is hurled without regard for the review process. So wait, the Athletic supports you, and then they're reviewing you, and now you're saying, well, because they're reviewing it, people are speculating. Like, that's, yeah, there's more, I guess there's more photos, yep. Well, there's more photos of, like, them at the bar together and all that. Yeah, exactly, Ellie on that one, yep. Stu got to hire right away. Stu got to Barstool. I mean, Portnoy already said it's not a big deal. Portnoy already said it's not a big deal. The PMT guys are pretty tight with her. Yeah, the rumors about other athletes and coaches in the past. Yeah, like, this is not her first rodeo. There was a rumor with McVay back in 2015. There was a rumor with what happened in Washington. Yeah, athletic support is an unfortunate phrase, yep. So I think she's going to Barstool. I think I would put my money on going to Barstool. I would 100% put my money on going to Barstool. So, it continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks. Independent? No, I think she's going to go Barstool. Right, speculation, photo evidence, and humor things. Fueled by repeated leaks that you created, by the way. The repeated leaks are the things that you created with your interactions with Vrabel and your times where you went on the air in front of millions of people on ESPN and bashed your husband. And I have no interest in submitting to a public inquiry that has already caused far more damage than I'm willing to accept. Wow, so you're blaming people for your affair. Think she got divorced? Yes, I think so. You're blaming people for your affair? Right, no, Menelog and Lebitar didn't want to say anything. Nope, that could be a landing spot. Like, you're blaming us for talking about you sleeping with an NFL head coach and for you bashing your husband. Vrabel get fired? No, Vrabel's not getting fired. It's not BS. They're both scum, but the thing with how's this fuck LeBron's legacy? Yeah, where should go to Fox News? Barstool hiring a known cheer that ruined her integrity might hurt the reputation. You think Barstool has a reputation? Go to Outkick? Yeah. Carolyn Hughes and Derek Lowe? Yeah. It's very different on that one, sports dumb. So Vrabel, what he did is wrong, but it doesn't violate any rules for coaches. Coaches, there's nothing against a coach banging someone and cheating on someone. Yeah, blame us for recognizing this. I love it. That was mean with Wank. They had to go. Yes, it was. Right. Vrabel should have gone to 100%. But what Russini did, you're not allowed to do that as a reporter. As a reporter, you are not allowed to do that. As a reporter, you cannot sleep with the source. Like, that's the number one rule of journalism. You can't sleep with your sources. So, what Vrabel did was wrong, but it has nothing to do with his ability to coach. What Russini did actually impacts her ability to report on the news objectively. I get you on that one, Dylan. I get you there. You Russini committed career self-destruction? Oh, yeah. What's Corey Taylor think about this? What did Ja Rule think? She turned off replies on Twitter. Oh, that's incredible. What does Ja Rule think? Maybe Paul States, maybe it's a force. She's not going to go into politics. Yeah, I don't think it's about, yeah. Rather than allowing this to continue, again, nothing, you're not allowing this to continue. People are still going to talk about it. People are still going to talk about it. Rather than allowing this to continue, like, there's a way to get it to stop continuing, and that's to not cheat on your, there's a way to not cheat on your husband. I've decided to step aside now before my contract expires on June 30th. Right, exactly, Nino, on that one, yep. I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode. I would say Russini. Yeah, ask Mel Tucker, Michigan State, yep. Well, Mel Tucker, they also gave a lot of money with Tucker. And he was not coaching well. That's the other thing, too. They were looking for a way out of that contract. Also, what Tucker did, I mean, that was sexual harassment. That's very different than just regular cheating. That was sexual harassment. So that's very different. Found the news from JG9. Nice. Right, Bill saying she... Yeah, no evidence of that. No evidence of that. Yeah, it's Mercedes. You blaming the U.S. and the media for ruining her life. Yeah. I do so not because I accept the narrative constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it further oxygen or let it define me or my career. God. So she's blaming us for cheating. which is just impressive. Wait, now we have the full letter. Hang on. Maybe he'll hook into more. Yep, not the tight end. Was you doing John Boy? Maybe. All right. All right, there's more to the statement. Yep, Wilbur Bear's fault. Yes. We cause this. We cheat over here. We live in a society. Yep. We live in a society. You lack accountability. No surprise. Yeah, she's blaming us. Right, cheating is bad, but cheating with a source as a person who feels scummy. Yep, that's the reason. Rodgers with a quarterback. No, they have Kyler Murray. They have Kyler Murray. Married 25 years, been with my for 29. She never cheated. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. What were like? Cheating is not normal. It's all our fault. Yeah, it's all our fault. We're responsible for Russini cheating on her husband in Sedona. I mean, I live in Arizona. I theoretically could have stopped this. I live in Arizona. I could have driven down and stopped this myself, so I'm at fault. Over a career spanning more than 15 years in sports journalism at NBC, ESPN, and The Athletic, I built a body of work I'm proud of. Oh, you built a body of work. Yeah, if you've... I don't think that's the body of work you're thinking of. You're definitely putting the body and body on that one. Body of work. It's our fault, yep. I have broken stories. A lot of them were wrong, by the way. A lot of them were wrong. You broke stories. Yeah, I remember you break the A.J. Brown thing. I remember you broke the Doug Marrone firing. That never happened. I remember you breaking a lot of stories that were clearly wrong. CFL draft here yet? Yep. Oh, Wafford? Yes, Summer. Yes. NFL draft, we got, well, yes, several bodies. Yep. Let the bodies hit the floor on that one. Yeah, body of work. Yep. Body of work. Oh, yeah, the vows. Yep. The line for sickle is ambiguous. So, right, she denies nothing. That's the other thing, dude. She denies absolutely nothing. Right, she's fitting in Barstool. Oh, yeah. She denies absolutely nothing with this. She doesn't say, I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything wrong. She just said people are speculating. And I don't want to be a part of it anymore. This is resign to be fired? I don't think so. I think they were doing the investigation. She was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Because her contract's coming up in a little bit. Her contract's coming up June 30th. And there's not much taking place in May and June anyways. So she couldn't do any work during the draft. She couldn't do any work during the draft because she was being placed on leave. So, you know what's the variable? Yep. Have to use the time machine. Yep. That's how you use the machine. Here for the variable chain jokes? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need some context. You have to know more of the marriage vows. Yep. This happened during the season would have been as huge? Yes, it would have been. Yep. Would have been just as big. A reporter for the New York Times who covers football sleeping with the coach is a story regardless of when it is. You expect her career into the ground on this apology. Yep. You're not wrong there. Favorite breakfast suit? Whack cakes. I'm a whack cakes guy. I have earned the trust of sources around the league. Yeah, you earned a lot of trust in Vrabel. I mean, guided by the highest standards of professional conduct. We are so back to Titania, yep. Guided by the highest standards of professional conduct. The record speaks for itself. Yes, that's the first right thing she said in this statement. Yeah, I knew she would be gone for the draft. Yep. Worst offseason, Vrabel or Diggs? Diggs. At least the Pats inside Carter. Yeah, yep. If the Pats trying to be good, yeah, another controversy. Yeah, you're not wrong. The record speaks for itself. You are not wrong. That's the first right thing you've said. The record of all the photos. Carter Hart, the goalie for the Knights. Chad, did you write this? No, there's no M dash. Oh, no, there is an M dash. But there's no, it's not this, it's this. Yeah, professional conduct. Yeah, that's... The record speaks for itself. It's the only right thing she... Let me actually tweet that out. Oh, yeah, the prom's going to be great tonight. All right. Grateful for the Athletic. I pride myself as a woman of faith. Castellanos, 4-0, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. I think Wilbur Bear could write a better resignation letter. Oh, my goodness. I mean, this is insane. This letter, she literally just blamed everyone else. She blamed us. Yeah, write that down. A reporter for the New York Times blamed people for caring about her. We need the brat pack for this mess. Yes, we do. Right, you're right. It's a goaltender, not the ball guy. Yep. Oh my goodness. It's not like speculation. Like, we have evidence. If Crap fights Vrabel over this, I want him in canon immediately and take back everything I ever said about him. Yeah, he's not going to. He'd be a bit of a hypocrite with the whole happy endings thing. Yeah, I think it was written in ChatGPT. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let me just see. Write a resignation letter for Dianna Russini. Let's just see. Yeah, blaming the viewer or the reader lists are crazy. Let's see what ChatGPT would come up with. Write a resignation letter. I don't know if it's going to be any better than this. I can't... Oh, man. Honestly, that's actually better. Did she actually wouldn't fit? No. It's good to know I caused someone to cheat even though I did nothing. Yep. No, this actually is not... Yeah, it's better. Yeah. AI made a better letter. AI made a legitimately better letter. Like, this is a way better letter. Right, contract was up in June. Have this not happen when she resigned anyway? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think, yeah. Yeah, ChatGPT wins. It's crazy. ChatGPT actually wins. ChatGPT, yeah. Porto shot back. Wait. Porto shot back? Wait, what? Oh, I thought he was saying it doesn't. Hang on. Wait, what did Portnoy say? Because maybe he's not going to. Maybe she's not going to Barstool. Right, you can't fire me, I quit. Sex fiction makes 0 sense. Screams guilty. I don't think anyone should lose their job over alleged canoodling. But this makes it seem like it was definitely canoodling happening. Yeah, AI actually wins. AI made a better letter. Yeah, she's super than AI. Yep. I legit don't believe this. But she's guilty with the investigation around his courts. Yeah, I agree. I actually agree with point. Yeah, when you lose to a robot that legitimately thought the Saints and Cardinals played each other in 1988, that's what you know. Yep. But it's still a shame on the New York Times to actually resign was not fired. Well, I mean, to be fair, they were investigating. To be fair, they were doing an investigation. So, like, they did the investigation. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Where'd they canoodler? No, she didn't write this on AI. The AI actually came up with a better email. Yes, get a resignation on 0 GPT to see how AI write it for. It's so unhinged. I don't think she had AI write it for her. This one's so unhinged. Yeah, canoodler was the word. Yep. Today's, yeah, it's like Mr. Robinson. That's today's word of the day, boys and girls. Can you say canoodler? Investigation still pending? Well, not anymore. There's no I mean, they'll probably continue the investigation, but... They'll continue it, but... Yeah, sure, 7 minutes is worse. Yeah. I don't think AI would tell her to lend it further oxygen or tell her to blame other people for her actions. I don't think AI would tell her to do that. If we're not guilty, why resign? She said it was bringing too much negative attention for her. When's the Russini podcast? Right, symmetry, doctor, patient, Lauren Clark. Yeah, that's the exact way to do it. Yeah. Co-pilot correct better resignation? Probably. Gets forced to have the investigation run its course? Yes. Yes, I think so. But she was under investigation and decided to step aside because it was causing too much pain on her. People were causing too much pain, not her actions. Other people. She's taking no accountability for this, and never denied anything. Where it's like, I'm straight from I have no mouth and I'm a stream. Yep. Cover up someone's risk of the crime. Yep. Like the craziest part, she did not deny this. Both of them married different people. Yep. Yes, they are. Even if Russini was single, you can't do this. Even if Russini was single, you can't be in a relationship with the source. Like, even that handle, yep. All right, Boston for training camp. Oh, 100%. She'll go on part of my take. She'll be on part of my take. Yeah, Shady doesn't even describe it. Yep. It is shady. Like, it's one of those things where even if she was single, you can't do it. The fact that she was cheating makes it worse. But even if you're single, this is not allowed. Yeah, I agree on that one, Allie. Yeah, it's like Dr. Patient or Laura Clark. You're not allowed to do it. Right? She's not out of the woods. No, not even close to out of the woods. No, she thinks she's out of the woods, but she's not. She resigned. Yep, just happened. Even Russini Variable's relationship was 100% above board. The images are bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, can't wait for ESPN to make Russini jokes during the draft. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. They want to protect one of their own. Where'd she go? I think Barstool. Yep, resign. Yep. I'm making a skip right now. Oh, yeah, it has to be. Yeah, conflict of interest. Yep, big time conflict of interest. Death threats are next. I don't think there's going to be any death threats for this. But she's not out of the woods yet. Like, she's naive if she thinks it's going to have her variable forever. Yep. She's so naive if she thinks that just resigning from the Athletic is going to make the soul go away. No, she's not going to jail. She did nothing illegal. She did nothing, she did nothing illegal on this. Like, there's nothing that would make her go to jail. But now that we have a concrete story, we expect major sports media outlets to make their sounds. Hopefully. I'll say this much. I will give Mike Florio credit. I never thought I'd say it. Florio so far has been the only one to actually talk about this in the last week. Of all the major outlets and whatnot, Florio and Pro Football Talk are the only ones that have actually made statements about this and whatnot. That's how celebrity stuff goes. Nope. Oh, that sucks, Joe. That sucks. If Rabel got fired hypothetically, he could sue the team. If Rabel got fired, he could sue. Because he did enough, like, for context around to the team, but also it could just be like what Kraft had this thing. Yeah, Florio and Breer, yeah. Well, does Breer work? Breer's at what, SI? Where's Breer at? Is he independent? Where's Breer at? Yeah, because Breer's been talked about a lot. He's at SI, yeah. He's at Sports Illustrated. Yeah, I'll give him a lot of credit for that. Like, I never thought I'd say the day of that with Florio and Breer, but I give him credit. The entire reputation's in the mud. Yep, and it was in the mud before this, and now it's even more in the mud. But there's no legal standing. No, there's no legal standing on that. Right, Florio is covering this, even if you think PFT is wonky, that's why you know you're screwed. Yep. Right, Breer commented on the story. Yeah, Breer commented. I didn't know if where he worked at this point, because I know Sports Illustrated fired a lot of people. But, yeah, no, Breer gets a lot of credit. Yeah, he was on it, too. Yeah, forgot out of the woods. She's in the Amazon rainforest. Yeah, she is not even close to out of the woods. Even, because she's going to work again. The only way she's going to be somewhat out of the woods is if she never works again in the NFL and just decides to lay low and go private. But you can't go back in the NFL and stuff like this. I don't think he knew. I honestly don't think he knew. I don't want to blame the husband on this. Now, if they don't divorce, I have some questions, but I don't want to blame the husband on that. I think a lot more for us to get over this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It have to be something like with Sawwell. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, if Vrabel did is wrong, obviously, but it's not grounds for firing. He didn't break any, rules for being a coach. People knew this. Well, there were rumors, but there weren't any, photographs before now. There were rumors, but I would have left her the moment that Russini made the comment on Get Up about how her husband's average looking, and, not sure if he loves it, I would have gone right then and there. Oh, yeah, no way on that one, Dylan. No way. Yep. Thoughts on Moore only getting probation? I'm surprised. I'm very, very surprised by that with Moore. I thought it was going to be a lot worse seeing, going to the house with the knife and everything. Oh, you still want to bet? Does it comment? Oh, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I'm willing to bet that they don't do anything. Although it is on the front page. I don't know if it's going to be like a story, but it was on the front page. Let's see. Do they mention anything about working for... Oh, yeah. They do... Okay, I will give him credit. Yeah, it's husband's fault. Yeah, free and average... Oh, yep. My own timeline from the first instance I entrust Russini from her work. Marone. For me, it started when Doug Marone in 2019, when Dianna Russini said Doug Marone's getting fired, and then 6 hours later, Shah Khan said, no, he's our coach next year. Right, ESPN reported, yep. And they even mentioned... I will give ESPN credit. They have a fling with just photos. Oh, I think they had a fling. A private balcony in Sedona at a romantic getaway hotel 150 miles away from where the meetings were. Yeah. They had a fling. You don't interlock hands with someone and two of you on a private hotel in Sedona. Yeah. I will give ESPN credit. Not only is it on their front page, but they do mention the fact that she worked for ESPN. NFL app has not yet. We're going to see if they've... I'm going to be watching SportsCenter. We're going to see if they bring it up on SportsCenter during the hour and whatnot. But I will give ESPN credit. They do mention the fact that she did work there. Right, you're not holding hands in a private hotel if you're just friends. Yeah, you're not. You're not interlocking like that. And then, like, canoodling next to each other. Schefter retweeted? Oh, crap. Okay. Now, she just made it worse. She just made it a million times worse. And apparently some athletic employees were ticked off that they put out a statement defending. Some athletic employees, apparently, sources by the Sports Business Journal. According to the Sports Business Journal, some people at the Athletic were furious that they put out a statement defending Russini, like, right after it leaked. Yeah, Russini's cooked. Yep, Schefter just tweeted out. It's got 1.2 million impressions, which is just nuts at this point. Well, yep. No, it's not a fling. No, it's not a fling at this point. It's a relationship. Add salt in the wound. Yep. Add salt in the wound. You were not kidding there. Oh, man. Tori will give us all the deets. Oh, yeah, it's far from over. Oh, yeah, Tori's going to be looking at this. Oh, yeah, Tori. He senses blood in the water. He knows Russini might not be the only one. If we interlock fingers, we're definitely interlocking, if you know what I mean. Yep, exactly, Bruce. Yep, exactly. Yeah, this is far from over. Yeah, Tori is going to be looking into stuff, too. He's one of the few that actually does investigative journalism at this point. And we need to defend you to do this? Yep. Like, Torre, he himself said he's making calls about the situation. Torre himself, you know, if Torre gets on it. Oh, it's not the Atlantic, it's the Athletic. Atlantic's a very different publication. And Mario the Fiver. Is this the happiest I've been to see someone push another job that wasn't a coach or executive? Yes, I do. Yes, this is the happiest I've been. Like, there's at least some journalistic standards. I've been praying to Russini's downfall for a while. And yeah, this is the happiest I've been that someone's getting fired. Because I broke every rule in the book. It was a bad look on journalism. Yep. Unite on that one official. Yep. Part of the reason for everyone to comment? I think he's just going to try and wait to let this blow over and wait for the draft. Because he has to make a comment at some point. Because he'll have to be at the press conference during the draft. So, wonder how she's feeling. Yep. Oh, McClanahan? Yes, that's what Caleb mentioned earlier with McClanahan. Yep. And that plus the Britt McHenry thing. Oh, he's going to face the music, but I appreciate your time for the fiver on that one. Next, go down and feel more happy. A certain person that stole my content. Yeah, let's get a hit list. Yeah, the certain person that stole my content is number one on the hit list. But Tori's making calls, so this is far from done. This is far from over. I'll put it that way. But again, Dianna Russini fired, or resigned, I should say, during the investigation, resigned from her post at The Athletic. We have to be careful to look in public. Yep. Looks like some shade's going on. Probably is. Yep. Yep. Your first instinct's normally right. Play, keep your hands to yourself. Yes, you should. Yep. You should. Yeah, so Tori's making calls, and this is far from over. Yeah, still number one. Yep. Still number one. Yeah, Paz will stage a brief press conference apologizing, clearing up. Potentially, yeah. If it's out, yep. Well, that's an executive. Was Smoking G United still my content? Yes. Yes. Smoking G United was still my content. All right, so here's the thing. I have an appointment in 15 minutes that I need to go to. So that's why I was very skeptical about going on. I couldn't do it in person right away. I was doing a sponsor appointment. Now I have a different appointment coming up. But we're going to be live later tonight for the D-backs against the Orioles. And then we're going to be live for the Mariners against the Padres. I'm sure we're going to be talking about this a lot more, and more stuff's going to come out. So here's the game plan. I'll be live in 2 hours. We're going to go live for D-backs Orioles, and then we're going to go live for the Mariners against the Padres. And we'll probably have the ChatGPTs afterwards and just go crazy with that. So, and Rapture just posted, oh, let's go. Picking up steam. Picking up steam. Now everyone's going to break their silence. Beautiful. Yeah, I can't even allow Nick. So I appreciate you guys a ton for tuning in. We're going to be live in 2 hours for D-backs Orioles, and we'll be talking about that a lot during that as well. So make sure you're here for that stream. Appreciate you guys a ton. Just want to go live for a bit. I would stay on because we've got a lot of people in the chat, but I have to be somewhere in a little bit. So we're going to be talking about that a lot while we do the D-backs Orioles game. So appreciate you guys a ton. Be sure you're here in 2 hours for D-backs Orioles, and I will see you guys in 2 hours for the game. Take care, and Dianna Russini out at the New York Times and the Athletic. I'm scared for those two. You and me both, but I can't wait for it. In 3D. Yep, the broadcast in 3D. Take care. See you guys soon.